So here's something that's really interesting. There are 5 reasons why 98% of people fail to lose belly fat and struggle to keep the weight off once they do lose it. Now, if you're struggling right now to lose belly fat, then trust me, this is the video for you. Now, you see, for the past 5 years, I've been a personal trainer, and I quickly realized that most of my new clients who are struggling to lose fat have the same problems. Also, mind you, I've been working out since the 4th grade, so I've developed this physique over the years, and I've maintained it and continue to make progress after all these years. Now, because of my personal experience and working with my clients, I have identified and developed solutions to those problems. And trust me, once you make these changes, you will see the weight just melt right off. Now, let's get to reason number 1, which is drinking alcohol. Now, people on average drink 4 to 7 drinks throughout the week. You see, it's not just that alcohol has a lot of calories. If that was the case, then you could potentially work it off by doing endless amounts of cardio, and who wants to do that? Now, the real problem with alcohol is that alcohol is a poison. It affects so many systems within your body, such as your recovery, your hormones. It slows down your metabolism, and worst of all, your decision making. The problem is when you start drinking, you start reaching for those late night snacks, such as some candy bars, or maybe some high sugar granola bars, or maybe some ramen noodles. Or even worse, you start getting really intense cravings for greasy foods, such as pizza or a burger, or maybe even some spaghetti. And those additional calories are the real problems. They will set you back in your weight loss journey and have you asking yourself, why is it that I'm working this hard and the fat just won't go away? Now, if you're able to cut out alcohol, and here's the crazy part, right? You are cutting out an additional 2,000 to 3,000 calories a week. Imagine just how much easier life would be if you were able to cut out 2,000 to 3,000 calories. And now, before I forget, it only takes an extra 3,500 calories a week above your maintenance to gain a pound of fat. But I do understand that giving up alcohol is not easy, and so you have to develop a plan, and I have a plan to make life slightly easier for you guys. First thing is, make a commitment to yourself and be firm about it. Remove alcohol from your house, and in social situations, which is probably the hardest, tell people you're not drinking alcohol because you're focusing on your overall health. And trust me, your bank account will also give you a big thank you. And now let's move on to reason number 2, which is only doing cardio to lose weight without doing any strength training. Now, cardio workouts like running and cycling are fantastic for burning calories, and they really are. But in my personal experience, they do get boring, and they do get boring really fast. So that makes them hard to maintain. Now, I do cardio, but not nearly as much as you would think. But yet, I'm still able to maintain a low body fat percentage all year round. And I credit a lot of that to lifting weights. It is an absolute game changer. You will see remarkable changes the moment you include weightlifting into your routine. And I bet you're also wondering, but coach, why is lifting weights so beneficial? When you lift weights, you're not just pumping iron, right? You're building muscle, and that's where all the magic happens. The more muscle you have, the more calories you'll burn throughout the day, because muscles require a lot of energy just to maintain themselves. And here's the surprising fact about cardio that most people don't ever tell you. The more cardio that you do, the more your body adapts to it, which means it's now harder to lose weight over time strictly with just doing cardio. Okay, now reason number 3, which is neglecting calorie tracking and its impact. This is something I was really resistant to myself. I only started tracking my calories over the last few years. I always just reduced my portion sizes when I was trying to drop some extra weight. And yes, it did work, but I realized that I was only half-assing it, and it was stopping me from reaching my full potential. And trust me, once I started tracking it, I saw a dramatic change in my physique. You see, the problem is, it's too easy to underestimate the calories you consume and overestimate the calories that you burn. Here is something that you need to understand. If you are not losing weight, then you are not in a calorie deficit. There's no other reason to it but that. Now, this is a never-ending conversation I have, and it always goes like this. But coach, I'm eating 1,500 calories a day. I'm doing everything perfectly. I count my calories. I do cardio. I take cold baths. I swim 5 miles a day. And I'm just like, okay, David Goggins, slow down. If that was actually the case, then trust me, you would not be asking the question, why won't this fat go away? And here's one way I know those people are just BSing themselves. They don't even count what they're drinking as part of their daily calorie intake. Now, the problem is a lot of our drinks, such as juice and soda, are filled with sugar. Even that latte that you get from Starbucks in the morning has like 230 calories in it. That is why calorie tracking is crucial for your success. It's the only reliable method to guarantee you are in a calorie deficit, which is essential for weight loss. Now, to track your calories effectively, document everything you eat and drink. Here are some methods you can use to make tracking easier. The first is a food diary app. There are many different food diary apps such as MyFitnessPal and Lose It. And then you also have websites such as the USDA Food Composition Database. And then you have the old method, which is just pen and paper. All you have to do is just write down everything you eat and drink and the amount of calories each of those items have. Now, once you have a good understanding of your calorie intake, you can start making adjustments to your diet. If you're consuming too many calories, you have the option to reduce your portion size or just eat something a little healthier. And here's a little gift to you guys to help you guys on your journey. I have a free 2-week diet plan and training program in the description. All you have to do is just click the link below. And please, if you're getting any value from this video so far, make sure to like and subscribe. And now let's move on to reason number 4. Your fat weight has been replaced by water weight. Now, this is something I've never heard anyone else say before. Now, there are many reasons why we gain water weight, and here are the most common ones. First being your hormones. Now, a change in hormones can sometimes cause you to retain water. And then we have eating salty foods. And here is how that works. When you consume salty foods, the sodium content in your bloodstream increases. And sodium is like a magnet for water. When there's more sodium in your bloodstream, water starts to move from your cells and your tissues into your bloodstream, trying to dilute the extra sodium. But the good thing is, water weight is temporary and it's very easy to get rid of. There have been many times when I look puffy and heavy. But in those situations, I just drink more water, which, yes, I know is counterintuitive. But drinking more water signals to your body that it no longer needs to hold on to water. And another method that you guys can use to drop water weight is by going into the sauna. And trust me, I love the sauna. It can be a quick weight loss hack just in terms of the water weight. And no, the sauna does not burn fat. That's also another question I get a whole lot. The sauna has a lot of other great benefits, so just generally speaking, I would highly recommend that you make it a regular part of your routine. So it is very possible that your hard work is paying off, but that you're just holding on to a little bit of extra water weight. And now, last but not least, reason number 5, eating too much processed foods and sugar. Now let's break that down. This might be the hardest one to actually do. It's hard because most grocery stores are filled with processed foods, especially here in America. When you walk into a grocery store, all you see is ramen noodles, sugar-filled granola bars, and bottles of Coca-Cola. And unfortunately, it's not just to grocery stores, but also fast food restaurants such as McDonald's. The Big Mac, for example, is also processed and it is filled with sugar, and honestly, it doesn't even taste that good. Now look, there's nothing wrong with indulging from time to time. I'm not saying you need to be some type of diet monk, although if you were, those abs will look absolutely sick. See, the problem arises when these processed foods and sugary treats are a significant part of your daily diet. Processed foods are often high in sugar, they're high in calories, and they're low in essential nutrients. They're designed for flavor and shelf life, not your health. And I want to see you guys looking and feeling great. So let's get some whole foods in there. That means, yes, it is time to start cooking for yourself and getting your food from the produce and the meat sections, not the snack aisle. If you don't know how to cook, just YouTube it or just Google it and you guys will find a lot of great instructional videos. The cooking doesn't even need to be difficult. All you need to do is to prepare just once a week. Every Sunday I meal prep for the week. And now, just because I meal prep doesn't mean that's all I'm eating throughout the week. That's very, very boring. Maybe today I feel like having steak rather than the chicken that I made. So today, guess what? I'm going to be eating steak. But I'm making sure the portion size is accurate and it stays in line with my daily calorie and nutrient goals. Here are some steps to avoid processed foods and eat more whole foods. First is plan your meals ahead of time. This will help you avoid making unhealthy choices when you're short on time or you're feeling hungry. Shop at the whole food sections of the grocery stores. This is where you will find fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and whole grains. And make sure to read food labels very carefully. Look for ingredients that you can actually recognize and also pronounce. Avoid foods with long lists of ingredients, artificial ingredients, and added sugar. And cook more foods at home like I previously stated. This is the best way to control what goes into your food. Make simple substitutions. For example, instead of white bread, choose whole wheat bread. Instead of sugary drinks, drink more water or unsweetened tea. And there you go, guys. I hope this video was helpful, and if it was, please again make sure to like and subscribe. And like I said previously, there's a link in my description for a free 2-week training and diet program. Make sure to click it.